I'm standing here on the ground, blue sky above won't fall down. Hear no evil in all directions. Don't change for you, don't change a thing for me. Don't change for you, don't change a thing for me. INXS, great band, fantastic song. This is Don't Change, and it's kind of arranged for an acoustic guitar. It's obviously a big, rock band song, but I find that using a few different voicings for these chords makes it sound really, really lovely and open and ringing. And it's a great song to do a cover of. The riff is the main part, so I'm going to take you through that first of all. Download your chart. It's in the key of A. Our chords are A, F sharp minor, B minor, and D. Straight up, straightforward chords. F sharp minor is really, and B minor are the only two bar chords you absolutely need. But I'm going to show you a way to play these chords that I think sound really, really nice and make the song suit an acoustic guitar really well. So the riff, we start off, and the synthesizer intro and all that, you can try and do that if you want, and you can do the guitar leading in with that high A note. But where it really happens is this riff. Now, I've listened to this very closely. I played it wrong for many years because I thought it was just a kind of a straight up A major riff. It turns out, listening very closely, there are some notes in there that kind of turn it into an A major 7, in fact. But I'll show you how I'm going to do it here. Open A string all the way through. Then we've got on the D string, 11th fret, and the G string, 14th fret. Now, first and fourth fingers are probably the easiest way to play that, most comfortable. But you want to be able to muffle these higher strings, the B and the E, because when you get started and are strumming it out more heavily, and you can do this with a pick or fingers, it's good to cut those strings out and just be really concentrated on the A, D, and G strings, right? So this is where the riff starts. 0 on A, 11 on D, and 14 on G. Come down to the 9th fret, and you can do it with a flat first finger, or I like to do it with second and third fingers on the tips. Go 9 on the D and 9 on the G, slide them up to 11. Try and do it a little bit smoother than that. All right, and again, only those 3 strings you want to hear. Drop down to 6s on the same strings, 6th fret, and slide them back up to the 9th fret, and then finally go down to the 4th fret, both strings, and come back up to the 6th fret. Now that's the one that a lot of people will actually think it's a straight up A major chord, but it's actually, if you listen very carefully, you hear that note in there, and that is your major 7 for the key of A. So that's the chord that you end on, right? So I'll play it through slowly. Now where that does sound good is when you're kind of thrashing it a little bit, so you can go. Chart, I'll get to the verse in a minute, you'll see on your chart, later in the song when you're playing that riff, it's all tabbed out, but the rhythm for that, doing more strums, is tabbed out in your chart as well. So it starts off quite sparse, like I played it the first times through, and then the further you get into the song, the more you kind of want to ramp that up. After you do that riff, it starts on A, the verse starts on A, and it's 4 bars of A, but you change to an A major. Now instead, you can do that, you can do a straight up A major chord like that. What I like to do is this A kind of half open bar chord, if you like. It's open A string, 7th fret D, 6th fret G, open B, open E. What you can also do is an A sus2. In fact, that's probably the technical name for that chord because that's what it sounds like, and it's got that B note in there, which is your sus2. So you start on that. I'm standing here on the ground. 4 bars. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it's a fast song. Next 4 bars are F sharp minor. Blue sky above won't fall down. You can do that, and it sounds nice and chunky and full. I kind of like to do this partial open chord voicing for F sharp minor. Starting with your 4th fret A, 4th fret D, 2nd fret G, open B, open E. And again, you get that open B and open E strings ringing on through it. Sounds really nice. I'm standing here on the ground, blue sky above won't fall down. Then we go, hear no B minor, hear no evil in all directions. Now again, even for those chords, you can do your B minor with your open E string, and your D, I think what works well is if you kind of slide up from your B minor on the 3rd fret to a D sus2, I'm going to say, but a D bar chord, 5th fret A, 7th fret D, 7th fret G, but again, open B and open E strings. So you get, hear no evil in all directions. And it's a really simple change to go from that D to your open A shape there, your A sus2. Either way works well, but I find those open strings lend a nice ringing quality to that, and you can slow the song down and play it a little bit more sensitively if you want, or you can bash the heck out of it when you get back to that riff. That's pretty much it. As you go through that song, what you'll find is you do, verse, chorus. The first time you do that, the very first time in the song you do that, it's just once. In all directions. The other times you do that, it's doubled and it's the chorus. Don't change for you, don't change a thing for me. And you go back and you do that riff throughout the song. Right at the end of the song, there is a kind of a coda, I guess, where we're going don't, F sharp minor, change to E, to D, and then you do it again. Don't change, and then end on A, or A sus2 if you like. I don't think there's anything else tricky in that song that I need to tell you about, but on your chart, it's pretty straightforward. The verse, the change, the riff, the coda at the end. That's going to get it for you. Let me know if you have any problems. I'm happy to help you out if I can. Please get in touch. Even if you don't have any problems, I'd love to hear from you. If you reach out to me, I'll always respond. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel, and we'll see you here again soon.